All right. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, this is, I'm calling it a bonus message. I don't know why I feel compelled to do this. Once in a while, this happens to me where a thought comes in. I don't know what it's related to. So I go, well, I guess this is a different reading. I just got done posting the bonus message, but then this thought came in. And so this is not part of the giveaway. I'm not doing a giveaway on this video or anything. This is just purely because this thought is in my head. A grandfather energy. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if there's an like an ancestral vibe here. I don't know. And it's weird because the word grandfather, and then I saw a bird's nest that was like at the end of a season when the birds have hatched, gone away, and now that little nest has just fallen onto the ground because like a tree fell over in a windstorm or something. That was the next image that I had, was a bird's nest that had, been kind of fall into the ground. So I don't know if there's somebody's grandfather was a bird watcher. I don't know if it's letting you know that like the ancestors are encouraging you to move on, to fly the coop, to start your next adventure, giving you courage, telling you like, you're all grown up, baby bird, fly free. Like we expect that there, it's okay to let go. It's okay to move forward. It's okay to, like it might be also the encouragement that, you know what, we all get old someday. So like live now, because age is something like it brings with it wisdom, but it's like somebody wants you to be really happy. Somebody wants you to make the change. Somebody wants you. Wow. 5 of Cups. This could be somebody who's, if a grandfather type energy. I look at mountains as grandfathers, by the way. That's another strange thing. And I'm not going to bother to try to explain all of it right now, but I look at it as like this big sheltering solid foundation. And I always think of mountains as having like personalities. And to me, they're the grandfathers of the earth. So whatever that means, I think in maybe poetic phrases. But there's an element of like, maybe somebody wants to give you shelter. Maybe somebody is seeing you in a sense of sadness, sensing that you are feeling out in the cold or something. You are feeling like maybe that nest being toppled over. Maybe you felt like your home was taken from you. Maybe you have been somebody that is feeling a lot of regret because maybe somebody has, not been there for you, or someone left you, or somebody abandoned you. Whatever this is, there is an energy that you're not abandoned. That's how this reading began, with that grandfather energy. There's a huge sense of encouragement to heal from the sense of sorrow, but you might still be stuck in it right now with that 6 of Swords in the reverse. This is, if you look closely, this is somebody where it's through meditation of healing and connecting with one's higher self that we're able to energetically move on. If there is a feeling of a loss where somebody is stuck sitting in the sensation of the loss, saying, I need to heal from this hurt. I need to heal from this hurt. But every time we say, I need to heal from this hurt, it's like we keep focusing on the hurt. It's time to move on from the hurt is what I really get. And there is some kind of powerful energy around you that is like trying to give you love, shelter, support. And maybe this is somebody, from the other side who's seeing you going, sweetheart, it's going to get better. It's like if you had a wonderful grandfather or somebody who, just made you feel safe. Maybe that's that kind of energy right now, is like the universe is trying to send you some of that. Hold on. We just lost a card. We really lost it. Okay. 3 of Swords. Wow. So much hurt. But somebody is trying to send you strength, courage to say, no. Ride on from this. Move on from this. This is not where I want you to stay. We can see somebody is actively moving away from heartbreak, right? With that 3 of Swords. There might also be, if you are still feeling like there was such a loss, or you feel like you've lost someone, because we can see that this is like a loving family that's being parted. If there is a sorrow because it feels like an end of an era has come, an end of something in life has happened, we're being parted, there's a sense of distance, or there's a sense of loss, or there's a sense of something being over, and all we can focus on is the hurt that somebody is gone or something is no longer in our life. This is saying, no, sweetheart, no, this That's not the energy to sit in. This is not something, heartbreak is something that we move through. It's not something that is the place that we live, right? That bird's nest is knocked over. Maybe there has been a loss, but it also signifies that we've moved beyond needing that little nest. Those birds don't need the nest anymore. The birds can fly on their own. So even if there was a loss of a home or a loss of a relationship, or justice is in the reverse, this was okay. So in my readings, when justice comes up in the reverse, it's when the scales of the universe are doing exactly what they're intended to do, which is everything will come back into a harmony. Everything has a cycle, and that is the way it is meant to be. If you have been hurt, wounded, heartbroken, your emotions will balance out again, and that is already happening. If you felt unloved, the universe is giving you some kind of reassurance that no, you are loved, and you are loved by people that you in turn love, and that, you respect and they respect you. That's who we should care more about. Who loves us? Is it someone who we love and respect and they give that back to us? Or are we letting someone who didn't even show us respect hurt our feelings by not showing up for us? If someone doesn't show up for us and isn't respectful, why does it matter? Why would that be the love that we want? So this is like putting things into that perspective. It's also talking, if this is referring to it is referring to a loss of something that has created the sense of sadness that someone is really struggling with moving out of. But this is such a beautiful energy because it's a reassurance that things are going to change. That feeling of loss is going to change as we go to the world. This is like the natural cycle of things, the natural order of things. Let's go back to the imagery of the bird nest. It was time for a change. Any way you slice it, it was time for a change. It was time for a new cycle, a new opportunity, a new place to live. This could be for those of you where it's like, I lost a job, I'm moving, I didn't want to do this. This is like, oh no, this is in your best interest to have all those things happen. This is opening the next cycle. Why? Because this was actually the thing that will be bringing more balance to you. You will move through this heartbreak. You will absolutely get through this, and it will not only get better, it will start opening up a new, how do I say this? It's a new you that's about to be rebirthed. We've got Capricorn, we've got Libra energy. Whatever had been so unfair, it was actually keeping you trapped. Whatever had been painful, it's keeping you trapped. We have Judgment in the reverse, and you're not going backwards to try to rehash something with someone. There isn't a road backwards right now, because the universe is like, no, baby, I want you to move forward. We don't need to revisit an old hurtful relationship. We need to leave the old hurtful relationship. We don't need to make peace with it even. We are actually already through that. The hurt already happened. Now it's only the healing, and it's who you are on the other side of that hurt, the life that you have to look forward to. There's no reason to go back and try to even, how do I say this? We can't turn back the hands of the clock, right? We can't become who we were 2 years ago all over again. I'm 41. I can't go back in time and be in my 30s anymore. But that's okay, because I am who I was in my 30s and more. So why do I need to go backwards? I never need to go backwards. I need to be who I used to be and more. And that's kind of what this whole thing is. And I feel like maybe that grandfather energy is representing the fact that there is wisdom coming in for you. But wow. Okay, that was a weird shuffle. You saw those cards jumped out. You have a 10 of Cups up ahead. You have such happiness. It's like, no, keep moving forward. You got an Ace of Sacred Circles in the reverse, meaning it's not a new beginning that is going to bring you to the happiness. You're actually already, how do I say this? Because we see the world here and we're actually seeing the entire planet, what we are now aware of is that whether we want to or not, whether we think we're doing it or not, things are changing around us because the earth rotates on its axis. We're going to have days in the sun. We're going to have days in the darkness. We're going to have seasonal change. Everything happens according to a plan that is bigger than us, right down to losses, right down to what fades away, right down to the times that we have to have darkness, we have to have nighttime, we have to have seasonal changes. All that is actually for the greatest good of the ecosystem and the planet, but it's also for the greatest good of us. The fact that some things don't last forever and that we can't make the earth rotate in a different direction. It can't happen. So instead we accept it and we say, all right, then why is this happening? Because that's the way that you wind up achieving this full happiness. This is something where clearly whatever this situation was, it looks like betrayal to me. That wasn't happy. Why would you want to revisit that? You never have to revisit that. That moment of unhappiness, the world has already turned and has already moved you beyond from it. And there's this beautiful sense of it, not just encouragement, but it's like you're driving a car and for a minute it was like horrible potholes and you felt like you were going to crash, but you didn't. And now your car keeps driving and you're on smooth road as far as your eyes can see. Why would you say, let me turn the car around, go back and go look at those potholes again? Or let me see if I can drive over those potholes a little differently and not feel so jumbled. You don't need to do that. You want to keep driving forward. And that's what this is saying, is you are actually on your way to happiness. One of the bumpy things that you already experienced in life, you don't have to revisit that. There's not a reason to, and you're not really being called to do it, nor is it like you have to wait for a new beginning. Your new beginning has always been, everything that's happening is almost like you've been, I'm going to go all sci-fi for you and say, it's like you've been on this tractor beam that has been pulling you toward something happy, or something has like vacuumed you out of a difficult moment, vacuumed you all the way through it, has been sucking you through the hurt, through the pain, not because you have to have a brand new beginning, but rather because there's a cycle of life and things have been gradually turning all along. There isn't even anything that you need to say, okay, but how do I plan my future? Darling, your future's coming. Your future is tomorrow. Your future is your next breath. Your future is not you being somebody new or living like I'm an alien who has to learn a new life and do things all over again from a new, and relearn everything. No, this is like your future was already coming your way. The hurt that you had been in was going to pass. You're going to pass through it no matter what. And that was going to happen regardless. This is more like trust in the process, that everything is, this tractor beam is pulling you toward happiness, and don't fight it. Don't resist it. Allow the hurt to fade. Allow yourself to think about, this is really significant to me. You are putting distance between yourself and the heartbreak. And this is just a message, I think, of encouragement for someone, that you are putting distance between yourself and that potholed road, that heartbreak. And this was, you were always going to keep traveling forward in that car, away from those potholes, away from that heartbreak. This is just that confirmation or encouragement that it's not, you don't have to go back to that. And you don't have to set a time where it's like, okay, I will live a new life starting today. No, because your car has been driving, or the tractor beam has been pulling you, whichever analogy you like better. You have always been on this path. As surely as the aging process happens, as surely as someday we become grandmothers and grandfathers, or at least respected elders, all of that is still a guarantee. As much as it is to be born, if you are born, you will also get old. That is a promise. Same thing here. It is a promise that that heartbreak will not persist. You will not live in a state of heartbreak. You are already moving through it without lifting a finger. What a nice message. I am so surprised about that. It's kind of a big flood of happy. A flood of happy. All right, I'm going to end that there. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.